Let's see, we got one person in here. Two. Alright, we're going to be deep frying the turkey. The oil is just about up to temp. I figured now would be a good time to start the video anyhow. About ready. It's just over 300 degrees right now. Looking for about, let's get you guys a little closer. Looking for about 350 before I put the bird in. I hooked up this turkey fryer, and since it's brand new, it's burning all the paint and stuff off. Kind of had me freaked out for a second because the flames were coming up the side. I barely got the thing on. Pretty weird. You guys having a good Thanksgiving? Can you comment? I don't know if you guys can comment or not. Somebody complained on the last live stream that she couldn't comment. Say something if you're in here. Say hi or something. I know. Is it working? Oh yeah, there we go. Thanksgiving, you too, bud. Now I can see them all. Hi from Dublin. Wow. Howdy, happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys celebrate over in Dublin, but it's what we do on Thanksgiving anyhow. Every year I deep fry one of these turkeys. This is probably my 5th or 6th year deep frying a turkey. Like I said before, this is not a how-to video. This is just something I want to do with you guys. I wouldn't do exactly as I'm doing. Like obviously I'm in the garage right now. I shouldn't be doing it in the garage. Should be doing it outside, especially if it's your first time. Oh, my eyes are bad. I can hardly see. Enough ice down in the dells to fish some of the lakes. Yeah, we're getting ice up here too. I haven't been out this week at all. I went out last week and I had up to 3 inches was the most I seen last week. I'm hearing up to 6 inches this week, so, but obviously Thanksgiving and stuff, I've been pretty busy. Gronk says deep fried turkey is awesome. It is. If you haven't ever tried it, anybody in here, if you haven't ever tried it, you got to try deep fried turkey at some point. It is a little dangerous to cook if you're careless with it, but once you have it once, you're going to want it every year. Every holiday that you might have a turkey on, it's the best. Everybody always says that they don't have, dried out turkey. I've had lots of different people's turkey, and it's always dried out. This deep fried turkey is the way to go. You guys can see the pot here a little bit, I guess. I can scoot over. You'll get a good view of me putting it in here. The main thing on deep frying the turkey is to cut the flame off when you're putting the turkey in. Because once you put it in there, your oil is going to get very angry and want to bubble up. So if you do put it in too fast, which a lot of people do, put it in too fast, the oil come up over the side, hit that flame, that's when the fires start. That, and if you put a frozen turkey in, you don't want a frozen one either. So always cut your flame off anyways when you're doing that. Anybody else in here been out ice fishing yet? I've only been out the one time. We had 5 flags, caught 2 fish. I felt like a failure. I didn't get much footage for you guys. But it was to be expected. Early ice, I usually don't have much luck in that particular spot anyways. I would just to get out on one of my walleye spots or something, I would have caught something. Your dad get a deer? No. Funny story. I mean, he's still got a few days left, but he's getting extremely frustrated with it. My dad, he's been hunting since he's been a boy, and he's always gotten not only one deer, but multiple deer. He's not much of a trophy hunter. If he sees them out there, it'd be nice to get that buck, but he hunts for meat. A lot of times his tags are filled the first day. He doesn't wait around for bucks. But he's got this Happy Thanksgiving. He's got this new spot that he's hunting this year, and there's some huge bucks out there. I believe I put them in a couple videos before. Just monsters. I bet you they're close to 180-inch bucks. And whatever. And he paid the guy a good amount to hunt the property. He didn't pay him in cash, but he gave him like a riding lawnmower and stuff in order to hunt the property. Well, some other yahoo, he has permission to hunt the other property too, and the guy pulls in up to the property opening morning with his truck and four-wheeler and takes his four-wheeler out, and he's going to ride the four-wheeler all the way across the property over to his stand. And there's a driveway right next to his stand. Right, it's not right next to it, but it's pretty close. He drove from that driveway to his stand, or walked that distance, so it was pretty close, and he sorry, I'm kind of trying to read these comments at the same time. But anyways, he drove his four-wheeler all the way across there. My dad tells him, "You're going to scare the deer." "Oh, yeah, I'm going to scare him one way or another anyways." Anyhow, my dad, I think he's seen 4 deer so far, and 3 of them were spooked from the other guy. And the one, my dad was up taking a leak in a bottle, and by the time he got back, deer was hiding behind a bush, and he got spooked. Not enough ice. Yeah, it's coming soon though. It's cold here. I don't know about you guys, but I think actually tomorrow here, it's been a few days since I've looked at the weather, but it's supposed to warm up. I think last I looked, there's like a high of 40 and a chance of rain here tomorrow, which is not good for the ice, but I mean here anyhow, I think we got enough ice to overcome it, you know, it ain't gonna ruin it. And it's supposed to cool back down. Everybody should have ice before too long. Like I said, I think some people are saying there's like 6 inches around here. I haven't been out yet this week, but I'd like to go tomorrow, but it sounds like the wife is going to make me either go shopping with her, or I'll sit here with the kid while she goes shopping. I'm hoping for that. No, I'll just watch the kid instead. What do you guys like to fish for? I'm gonna grab a deer. Ooh, she's up to temp too. I better go get the turkey. 150 degrees. Drinking hams, by the way. Don't judge me. It's cheap. My buddy's cousin always had his get-togethers, and his cousin's always drinking hams. I always made fun of him about it. Then I ran out of my own beer, and I had to have some of his, and I've been drinking it ever since. Pretty good stuff, especially for like $10 a 30-pack. The fridge is open. Yes, it was. I realized that when I got up to it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab the turkey. We're going to put that thing in. Alright, first things first, I gotta shut this flame off. I'll turn you guys so you can get a better look. Yeah, should be good enough view. Now the key to this is dropping it in very slowly. It's already angry, I didn't even touch it yet. coming up over the side. If I didn't cut that flame off, could cause a fire. There was a mess that came over, and it'd have to be a lot. But there's always videos on Facebook and stuff going around of the firemen deep frying turkeys and how you can start a fire. Like, guarantee in their videos they got a frozen turkey and they're just slam dunking that thing in there. Everybody's afraid to deep fry a turkey, but it's really not that hard. The bad part about doing this too is that neck cavity that really likes to shoot oil out of there, so you want to stand back. See that? All it's doing is boiling, burning that moisture off there right now. Starting to calm down a little. I still have the, I know you can't see, but I still have the turkey. Probably good 4 or 5 inches out of the oil on the top yet. Alright, we're in. I did it a little faster than I probably should have too, but take a hold of the thing. Like I said, this isn't a how-to. This is just me drinking beer, cooking a turkey in my garage. Alright, we're back. I'll show it to you quick. He's a bubbling. Ooh. Cake pan. Wait for me to test. Now this should take about another hour, somewhere around there. Have to go in and get my meat thermometer yet. I forgot to grab that. But about another hour, about 3.5 minutes per pound, they say. They usually go a little less than that. Usually if you hit that mark, it's already done, and you can kind of petrify the things. My mom, she had bought the turkey one year, and it was a nice big turkey and everything, and I deep fried it to what they said. The thing was petrified. There wasn't a whole lot left of it. It's like a 20-something pound bird, and we ate it up with like 4 people. Don't burn down your garage, he says. I'll try not to. Best way to cook turkey, yep. We tried it from Darlene. You guys, have you entered in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway yet? Have you given away a Beaver Dam tip up? I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe next week or something. I'll select the winner. I see there's getting a lot of views on there and a lot of likes. But in order to be eligible, you have to comment too and share it and do all that. But I'm not seeing many comments on there. I asked people to tell me what their favorite video of mine was and why it was their favorite. And there's some people on there, which I really get a kick out of it because people are saying that they're learning stuff off the videos, you know, which is great. That's one of my main intentions on making this channel. You know, it's just a hobby. It gives me something to do too. But I want to, you know, what I know, I want to teach you guys. My problem with a lot of the fishing shows and hunting shows and stuff like that, they don't teach you anything. All they're trying to do is sell a product. You know, like you watch In Fisherman or something. Or even In-Depth Outdoors. I know everybody likes them and stuff. I like them too. But all they're trying to do is sell Strike Master and mark them and stuff. The whole video, they ain't teaching you. crap about fishing. You know, they don't tell you go to this spot on the lake. You know, like right now we should be fishing deep water off a hump or something. You know, they don't tell you why. You know, just, oh, well, okay, well, I'm not in Lake of the Woods or Lake Winnipeg or something like that. Best spots in the world with a guide, so I don't know what the heck to do. So, I mean, I'm not an expert by any means at hunting or fishing. I've acquired a little knowledge and stuff, but that's what this channel is about. I'm not trying to sell you anything, of course. I'm just trying to teach you something. I mean, I do a lot of product reviews too, but no way endorsed by anybody. Beefy says, I like deep fried, but I like smoked a little better. Yeah, I watched a video on YouTube yesterday. The guy had smoked it for like 2 hours, and then he put it in the deep fryer, and I was like, I want to do that, but ended up not doing it. We had just gotten back from my wife's family, so I didn't have time to smoke it. And I got to be at my brother's place like 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna be cutting it close the way it is. Make sure to turn my flame back on now before I forget. I think that's one. Yeah, she's lit. Actually, last year Christmas I smoked yeah, it's about 4 o'clock here right now. Last year I smoked ham. Every year we get a free turkey and a free ham from my work, and I had smoked the ham. That turned out excellent. I took like a brown sugar and maple syrup, and I smoked that. Oh, seems like I lost you guys, but you still here? We got 3 people in here. Comment down below if anybody can hear me. I don't know, for the last couple minutes it said reconnecting. Must have lost you. I'm out in the garage, it's a ways away from the internet. Alright, got 5 people in here again. Okay, seems like we're back. You guys been hunting? Well, it's Wisconsin's rifle season right now. I don't know if any other states are going on. I believe Minnesota's just ended last weekend. I don't know about any other states what their season dates are. ASAP Fishing 1. So do you guys mind supporting me because I'm close to 5,000? I believe I'm subscribed, but if you guys want to go check them out, it's almost 5,000. Let's go help them out. What kind of temp we got here? It's not going up much. She's boiling good. She's cooking. They say put your turkey in at 350 and cook it at 350. They're full of crap. As you put your turkey in, oil temperature goes way down, and it's very hard to get it up to 350 ever again after that. So I just turned it back on to the setting where I had it and let it roll. Nobody's been hunting? Anybody got any questions, anything like that? You have much of a time for hunting this year. Yeah? Yeah, that's the way it goes. Normally, at this point, for ice fishing in particular, I'd be out almost every day, but it's hard to now with the kid. You know, I work on the weekends and the wife works during the week, so I got the kid all week long, and it makes it pretty hard for me to get out. I can get babysitters anytime, but I don't like to get babysitters any more often than I like to, or than I have to. I do once in a while, but I can go out fishing, but not a ton so far. It'll be I'll be getting out fishing a lot more once there's ice that I can drive on. I'll get out to my walleye spots, and there's one lake in particular that takes a long time to freeze up that I like to fish pike on. And I'll get out there yet this year too. Casey Dope says he's smoking his this year. Yeah. If I wasn't deep frying it, that'd be how I'd be doing it. I love smoking stuff. Actually, I'm going to be making, just around the corner here, I mean, I'm going to be deep frying another turkey for Christmas, but New Year's, my buddy has a big New Year's party every year, and last year I took out my pork butt burn ends. I know, well, it started out as pork butt burn ends, and then it all switched over to pork belly burn ends. Like everybody's doing pork belly burn ends now, but it started out as pork butt, so I started doing pork butt burn ends. I took them out to my buddy's party last year, and whole crock pot full of them. Not one was left over. They were a big hit. I took him out to his 4th of July party this past summer too. Big hit there too. So I'm going to be making those again here for New Year's. I could possibly do a video on that if you guys want to see it. Which, I do it completely different than everybody else does too. You watch YouTube, nobody else is doing it like I do it. That's how I learned about doing pork butt burn ends, but I do it way different than everybody else. I kind of made it my own. I smoke to like 160 internal temperature anyhow, and then I cube them up, and then put it in a tinfoil roasting pan, and then I kind of do it different all the time, but I think my favorite has been, I put root beer in it, and brown sugar, a ton of brown sugar. I'll put syrup and honey, more rub in there, and all that kind of makes like a liquid, you know, once it starts breaking down, and it'll kind of boil in there for, I'll do it for like an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll take it out, strain all that juice off it, put it back in the roasting pan, and then put barbecue sauce on it for like another hour or so in the smoker. And you haven't ever eaten anything better, I guarantee you. It's awesome. But horrible for you. Diabetics should be eating it, that's for sure. Strange, I've never seen anything smoked that didn't fall off the bone. Are you talking about the pork butt? I usually don't cook it all the way through when I do the pork butt burn ends. I take it to 160, then I cube it, and then I let it finish cooking all the way in the liquid, if that's what you're talking about. It gets real tender that way, cook it in all that liquid, and then all that fat will break down too. Well, not all of it, just still fat. I don't think I ever smoked a turkey completely all the way through though. I've smoked lots of chickens, which I've never deep fried a whole chicken in here either. I'd like to do that one of these days. I mentioned that to my mom. Me and her kind of planned the whole Thanksgiving meal and everything. I mentioned it to her. I'd like to deep fried chickens one of these get-togethers. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can do that. Like for Christmas, we're just doing a ham and a whole turkey, just because some people don't like ham, some people want turkey still. Oh, smoking makes it help. Yeah. You can brine it. Brine it. Some people, you know, they just brine it with kosher salt, like Morton's kosher salt. Makes it very tender. I would think. I don't know. I've never done turkey, like I said, but chickens and stuff like that. I know my one buddy I work with, he smokes turkeys, and it's very tender, and it's very juicy still. It's good stuff. Really good. I'd almost take that over one of these deep fried turkeys. This is really, really good. Wow, all the way from Norway. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you guys celebrate Thanksgiving over there, but happy Thanksgiving. Make grouse in the crock pot. That'd be good. Heck yeah. I've been wanting to do some more wild game too, you know. I don't get out small game hunting anymore or anything, but rabbits, squirrels, stuff like that. I got one buddy, younger guy. I mean, you guys might see him more in the videos too. The kids that I went fishing with on Thursday, or it was Wednesday last week. They're two younger guys that I work with, and they're both very inexperienced with ice fishing, so I'm kind of taking them under my wing and showing them the ropes. And the one kid, he's gung-ho. He wants to do everything outdoors. He wants to start trapping, small game hunting, ice fishing, doing everything. And so, I mean, there might be a time where we get out and do some small game hunting with him and do some trapping. Which, it's good to have buddies like that. You know, like him, he wants to get out and do that stuff all the time, which is awesome. You know, it gives me motivation to get out and do more stuff like that too. I was like that, you know, 10 years ago. I always want to do everything outdoors. I'm big into coon hunting and stuff. Problem is with me, I got so big into everything that, you know, summertime I'd be fishing, but I'd be looking forward to coon hunting. By the time coon hunting got here, then I'd be like not even worried about coon hunting. Like, I'm done with that now. Like, I want to go ice fishing. So I won't even, you know, coon hunting roll around. I'd go 3-4 times and I'm done with it. I want to go ice fishing. So I'd be getting all my ice fishing stuff together and just sitting at home waiting for the lakes to freeze. But I never lost interest with ice fishing. Usually, ice fishing's my main thing. Stuff your turkey with elk meat that rocks. I've only had elk one time. I compare it a lot to regular whitetail venison. Elk was good though. Good stuff. Wish there was more elk around here. I don't know where you're from. You've got a lot of elk where you're at. I see, well, there is a small elk population here in Wisconsin, and they gave out a couple tags last year. I think most of them the natives. But yeah, I seen there was like 2 that was mistakenly shot by hunters during the rifle season so far this year. I don't know who does that. I don't know how you mistake. The one was a big bull elk too. I don't know how you mistake that for a whitetail. I don't believe it. He's just trying to get away with something there. He didn't mistake anything. Tinger asked a question. Have you ever been gun deer hunting? Yeah, I've been several times. I've never hunted myself, but I've always gone along. I just go out and sit in the stand. I don't shoot anything. Which is a problem. The only reason I don't hunt is because when I was younger, when all the other kids were like 12 years old, you're able to start hunting. You take the hunter safety class, and I wasn't into hunting at all. All I cared about at that time was football and stuff like that. I wasn't into hunting at all. I wasn't like against hunting, but I wasn't into it. My brother was. My brother did all that, and so I didn't get into it, and I regretted it just a few years afterwards. Like, I never took the hunter safety class. Then when I was about early 20s, I went to go do hunter safety. Oh, my wife says the baby's watching from in the house. Hunter safety, anyhow. I went in there and it was just a bunch of little kids, you know, and super embarrassing. I was the only adult in there, so I'm like, screw this, I'm getting out of here. And I've never done it, never finished a class ever again after that. But now, me and my wife both were looking into doing it online, which I'm kind of afraid of. I said before in a video that I spend so much money on the ice fishing, you know, alone, you know, on coon hunting when I did that, and open water fishing, all that stuff. I spent so much money. I mean, I still do. I spend so much money on that stuff that I get into hunting. That's a whole nother ball game, you know. It's pretty sure it's more expensive than ice fishing. I mean, I might be wrong, but I know, you know, if you want a good bow, like a Matthews or a Hoyt or something like that, that's upwards of $1,000 for a bare bow. Then you gotta get stands and all kinds of stuff. You gotta find a place to hunt. Big headache, but from everybody that I talk to compare hunting and fishing, it's no comparison. Hunting's way more of an adrenaline rush and stuff like that. But for me, on the other hand, I'm going to get a huge adrenaline rush when I finally catch my 40-inch northern, or I finally catch my 30-inch walleye. I'm pretty particular. I don't have any mounts on the wall yet. I'm pretty particular and pretty picky about what I put on the wall. You know, I've caught a lot of fish that I probably should have put on the wall that I know 90% of other people would have. I've caught some big pike, I've caught some big walleyes, I've caught giant crappies, trophy walleyes anywhere you go. Or not crappies, or not walleyes, crappies, I mean. One day I caught a 15 and a half and a 16-inch crappie in the same day. This past year I caught a 14 and a half inch crappie. You know, most people would mount that. I ate them. Speaking of football, I'm a Packer fan. And what the hell is wrong with the team this year? Well, it's no secret. Mike McCarthy. I'm a Packer fan too, by the way. Mike McCarthy. They don't have the team ready to play. The team's not loaded with talent, as you've seen the first half against the Bears. But Aaron Rodgers, the thing with the Packers is we can beat anybody, but we can also lose to anybody. Any given week. It doesn't matter who it is. We play the Cardinals coming up here pretty soon. We could lose to them. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if we did. But we play the Vikings this Sunday night. Great team. You know, wouldn't surprise me one bit if we beat them. So when you look at our losses this year, the only one that we lost was against the Redskins. Every other game we could have won. I mean, the Lions, that was a joke of a game. They got the free touchdown when they called that ball hitting Kevin King, and it didn't. And they gave him the ball at the 1 yard line. That's a free touchdown right there. So they got a free touchdown. And Mason Crosby has the worst game of his career. He missed 5 field goals. That should have been a win. You know, Mason Crosby would have hit those field goals, or if they didn't get that free touchdown, neither one of those two things didn't happen, we would have won. Should have beat the Rams. Montgomery fumbled, got traded. The Patriots, Aaron Jones fumbled. The Vikings, Clay Matthews got called roughing the passer, which is crap. Like the first few weeks and in preseason, seems like Crom's a Vikings fan. Like that penalty against Clay Matthews, roughing the passer, that was getting called all the time the first few weeks. Now I'm watching games and it seems like those exact same tackles aren't getting called, so I don't know what the difference is. So, yeah, I mean, we could have beat the Vikings, could have beat the Rams, could have beat the Patriots. That's 3 of our losses. We lost to the Redskins. Who else did we lose to? The Seahawks this past week. You know, that was a very close game. If McCarthy would have challenged that catch, or if he would have gone for it, possibly. I can't guarantee that we would have gotten it. But if he would have went for it on 4th and 2, you know. But the offense played like crap. We're very inconsistent. Offense played like crap, and I hardly got a first down in the second half. The defense started wearing down. Seahawks started scoring, and we weren't. Happy Thanksgiving from Yolanda. Even I'm a Packer fan, yo. Mike McCarthy's last year. Pretty sure Mike McCarthy will be fired postseason. Yeah. How's the turkey looking? I don't know. Still in there. It's got a little while yet. hopefully I don't forget about it talking to you guys. Yeah, Mike McCarthy. It's going to make a lot of people mad when they don't fire him. You know how Green Bay works. If they don't fire him, people are going to get upset. I think there's a good chance they don't fire him, but I think he's getting stale. I think the people are, it's like the Andy Reid situation in Philadelphia. I think people are tuning him out. Do you own any snowmobiles and ride trails? No, I do not. I had a snowmobile. I got rid of it last year. This is an older one. Wasn't good for much. I think my next purchase is going to be an ice castle, though. Haven't mentioned that in any videos or anything, but that old shack that I got, I don't use it a ton. My dad uses it more for deer hunting than anything, but I'd like to sell that. Hopefully, I mean, since me and my dad did pretty much all the work, and my brother a little bit too, I'd like to keep it in the family. It's kind of a sentimental thing, but so hopefully my brother wants to buy it from me. Other than that, because I got a lot of money invested in that thing, I'd like to sell it anyhow and put that money towards ice castle. Ice castles are pretty cheap anyways. Like an ice castle, like the one I'm looking at, you know, with because you can get them on a pretty long loan, like 14, 15 years, because they're basically an RV. Same thing. The loan on there is like $100 a month. Pretty affordable, but I don't need 2 shacks, so I'd have to get rid of the one before I go get another one. The thing about this one is my dad hunts out of it, and I wouldn't want him to pull my ice castle out to the woods. But he's got another old pop-up camper that he's going to convert into a hunting shack too. You just got to get the material to do it. And obviously, it's hard to work on this time of year. We don't have a shop or anything to pull it into big enough. Yeah, Kronk, the ice castles are excellent. They're basically a camper with holes in the floor, which would be awesome. We don't do a lot of camping, but maybe, you know, I had one of those. I could do some more camping with the family too. I'm gonna check out this bird here real quick, see what it's looking like. Back up to 300 degrees now. She's still got a ways to go. It's not even very brown yet. Believe it or not, this is the first year I've ever seasoned one of these things when I put it in here. Normally I just put it in the plain bird and deep fry it that way. But yeah, this is first year I'm doing it. It's kind of a funny story. I ordered Creole seasoning. I ordered the seasoning for the, you know, the outside, the exterior, the skin, and then I ordered a marinade. I ordered the Creole butter injectable marinade for it. Ordered it off eBay, which I don't know why I continue to buy stuff off eBay. Most of the time I get stuff, it's wrong. Excuse me. Anyhow, I ordered the Creole butter seasoning, or the injectable butter or whatever, marinade, and they send me jalapeno butter marinade. Not what I ordered. The receipt said Creole butter. They sent me jalapeno butter. So I messaged them, complained, and they're like, "Oh, if you keep it, we can give you a 30% discount or refund you 30% of your order." No. And they're like, if you want to send it back, we'll refund you completely. Like, no, I ain't wasting my time sending it back some marinade. You know, I'll keep it and use it on the chicken or something. The only reason I don't use it now, I would use it, but this is for my family, like my mom, my dad, and my grandma. Can't have anything spicy, so it really kicked me off anyhow. So I kind of made my own concoction and I injected it, which was just melted butter, and then I took some of that Creole seasoning, mixed it in there, and I injected it with that, which butter's good on everything. So a lot of you guys must be subscribed to Joe and Zach. We know that guy likes butter. Seems like that guy puts a pound of butter on everything he cooks. I grew up in West Wisconsin, Pierce County. Melted butter and garlic, yeah. That'd be good. I think there is some garlic in that Creole seasoning. There's a bunch of different good stuff in there. It's actually very strong. I don't know if you guys have ever used Creole butter before, but I just opened it the other day to taste it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just tasted it. I'd knock your socks off. And my wife, I had her put the seasoning on before I brought the turkey out. She opened it up. She was sneezing. Who won the tip up for the 1,000 subscribers? Haven't decided yet. I gotta get the tip up yet. That's the first thing. I gotta get to the store and buy one. They sell them everywhere. But I gotta buy it. And then I'm gonna select a winner probably next week or something. If you guys haven't, I said it earlier in the stream, but for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, you gotta comment on the video. I see a lot of people are watching it and liking it and stuff, but not a lot of people are leaving comments. You got to comment on there too, and let me know which video of mine is your favorite and why. So whoever is going to be the winner has to be subscribed. They have to comment, and they have to like it. There was 4 things. I said to share it too, but there's no way for me to actually share it. It just helps out, or to know if you're sharing it or not. It just helps out the channel if you share it. There's another thing too, if you guys see something on there you like, or you know a lot of people, you know, if you're sharing on a Facebook or something, you got a lot of friends that are into barbecuing, smoking, stuff like that, please share my barbecuing videos, or, you know, deep frying a turkey, or whatever I might do, ice fishing, stuff like that. Like my ice reports, I feel like those get a lot of shares, so I get a lot of views on those. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate the heck out of it. Ever heard of them heated bite-me tip-ups? Yes, I have. Actually, had a guy join the Northwoods, Wisconsin. I believe it was the Bite Me, so don't quote me on that. And I don't mean to say anything negative, but I believe it was the Bite Me box. Anyhow, the guy messaged me on my Facebook group for Northwoods, Wisconsin here, and asked me if I'd be willing to do a review on his product. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll do a review on anything. Send me the product. But I think he wanted me to pay for it. I'm not going to pay for something to do a review for somebody. Usually how that works is they send it to you for free. You review it. I mean, all the stuff that I've ever got I've paid for, but tip-ups are not one thing I want to invest any more money on. I've got plenty of tip-ups. I mean, I'm buying the one for you guys, but that's completely different. So I'm not going to stick my neck out and spend my own money. And those things aren't cheap either. Happy Thanksgiving from Florida. No need for me to win a tip-up. Fave video was the meatloaf cook. Yeah. If you guys haven't had meatloaf, that's the best way to cook meatloaf right there. That stuff's excellent. That's the best way to cook meatloaf. By far my favorite. I've had meatloaf a lot of different ways. Smoked meatloaf is the way to go. Smoked anything is good. Deep fried anything is good. It may not be the best for you, smoking stuff. A lot of times, putting a lot of salt and stuff on, but deep frying obviously ain't good for you. You smoked a turkey, yum. Yeah, I bet you it is. I've had smoked turkey. I've never done one myself though. I think that's the reason why I don't do turkeys in the smoker is. I hope you're sitting down when I tell you this, but my brother, like every time we cook a turkey, it's always for a family get-together. We don't just cook a turkey for me and the wife or anything. And my brother will not eat anything smoked. Will not do it. He also will not eat pork. I don't know why. He's just always been a picky eater. Like, I'll smoke pork butt burn ends, I'll smoke ribs, stuff like that. He won't even try them. I'll get ornery with him too. Like, you gotta try this. It's good stuff, and he won't do it. I know, right? Scrolling back up through some of your guys' comments here, see if I missed anything. Joe lives off pork steaks. Yes, he does. I'm from South Texas. Happy Thanksgiving, Northwoods, Wisconsin. Go Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah, the Cowboys are starting to come around a little bit. I think they need a new coach too, same as Green Bay. Weber Grill Fan Club on Facebook. Yeah, I'm a member of a lot of barbecuing pages on Facebook. A lot of it's just so a lot of me being a member of those groups is just so I could share my YouTube videos to the groups, you know, to get views that way and grow my channel. But I've learned some stuff on there. I also see a lot of people just, guy asks a simple question and people tear their heads off, you know. But back to Joe and his channel, which I hate to say it about the guy, but he cannot run a smoker to save his life. I tried telling him that, and he's probably gotten it before. And I don't like to hate on people's videos because I never comment on anything, but when I watched him, I forget what he was cooking, but I've seen him do it a lot of times. He's smoking something, and he's got way too big of a fire in his firebox, and not enough airflow, and it's just puffing out that white smoke, and that'll just make the food taste like crap. I just cringe every time I see it, anyhow. I love Joe, and I love his channel, but he doesn't know how to run a smoker. He does cook some good stuff though. I mean, it looks good and everything. But the thing with the offset smoker, like he's got his Oklahoma Joe, that's the brand it is, up there at the tent. And he's just dumping, I mean, lighter fluid too is a big no-no. Where he's just dumping charcoal into his firebox. And then he's putting like big chunks of wood, several of them, on top of the charcoal. And like if you were to have the proper airflow for that big of a fire, you'd have flames coming that far into your cook chamber. That's a big fire, and the main thing about offset smokers, you got to have proper airflow to make your food taste good. You should barely, if at all, see the smoke coming out of the stack, and this is pretty evident anyhow. I mean, I was like that when I first started smoking. I started watching YouTube videos, learned a lot. There's a lot to be learned off YouTube. That's why it makes me happy when you guys comment on my 1,000 subscriber video that you guys have learned something. You know, I got some guys commented on there saying that they like my tip-up videos, how to rig a tip-up because they learned something and that helped them catch a lot of fish. It makes me feel good that, you know, you guys took something away from the video and instead of just entertainment too, you know, I may not be the most entertaining guy in the world, but if I can help anybody learn anything about anything that I know, I'm going to do it. If you guys got any questions, anything, feel free to ask. Another great channel is The Wild North. I feel like I know that channel. Is that the guy from Canada? Skinny guy with black hair. Really thick Canadian accent. I feel like he was doing the quest for a 40 or a 20-pound pike. Yes, it says. Yep, I watch him too. Seems like a good guy. I haven't seen him catch that pike yet though. I think Joe and Zach's they're probably my favorite channel to watch. I like Joe and Zach. I like Demolition Ranch, obviously. I watch all of his stuff. I don't watch the Vet Ranch too much, but I am subscribed to it. And I watch Off the Ranch, Demolition Ranch, that's some good stuff there. I watch YouTube constantly. I don't even have cable or satellite or anything. My entertainment comes from YouTube. So I get bored. I'll just watch like barbecue videos all day long, or fishing videos all day long, stuff like that. Not even deer hunting. I watch deer hunting videos all day long. Do you spearfish through the ice? No, I don't think it's legal where I'm at. I know they do. I know they do in Minnesota because I watched some of Joe's videos and like on that Pelican Lake kill-off. They were spearing northerns in that. I don't think it is legal around here. And I know they spear sturgeon, like Winnebago. This is all great channels. He says yes in Michigan. Fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my beef with the northern fishing is they don't regulate it like they do all the other species of fish around here. You know, like walleyes are probably my second favorite species to catch and everything, but they spend so much time and effort and money into regulating the walleye fisheries around here. You know, if the DNR checks checks the lakes, the population every year. If they have one down year, on the populations, they'll change the regulations, they'll change the bag limit, they'll put a slot on, they'll stock it immediately. Around here, the pike, which is like 26 inches, good enough. Nobody cares about pike because nobody fishes them really. I mean, some people do, but I do. Not a lot of other people do. So it kind of bugs me that there's no effort in regulating the northern pike size or the population. They just let them kind of run wild, and so that way, you know, like my main goal as a fisherman is to catch a 40-inch northern, and I've been trying my whole life. I've got this close, literally 1 inch, to catching my 40-inch northern, but it wasn't a 40-inch northern, so it got put back in the lake. 40-inch northern is coming home with me, and it's going on the wall, but yeah, I've never done it. 30 years old, I've been fishing as long as I can remember, and I've never caught a 40-inch northern, which is kind of the turning point on, you say it's a 39-inch northern, people are like, oh, nice fish. You catch a 40-inch northern, everybody's like, wow, you know, that's a trophy. People don't catch those every day around here. This ain't Canada, you know. You watch a lot of YouTubers and caught a 40-inch northern, you get a lot of views on it, but, you know, they got guides and stuff. This is just me fishing in my backyard, basically. But I do have a lake that holds some huge northern. I caught that 39-incher out of. I've caught probably my top 10 biggest northerns of my life out of that one lake. So we're going to get out there ice fishing this year, and I'm going to bring you guys along, and hopefully we can... It would be really cool if I could get a video of me catching a 40-inch northern, or a 30-inch walleye. That'd mean a lot too. But 40-inch northern, that's what I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. What are your thoughts on using dead bait? Seems I have a lot of luck using dead bait on the bottom. I actually have, I can show you, they're right here. Give me a second. Might be a little overkill, but oh, I should get smoky in here. This, some dead bait that I have. These are from Harmon Brook Farms. You can actually order this stuff offline. It's the only place I really know that you can buy this stuff online anyhow. Hard to see because there's frost buildup in here, but these are some huge sucker minnows. They're like 14 inches long. They spread this complete length of the bag here. 14 inches long anyhow. And I got some that are 9 to 11, and I got some dead salted shiners too. And I think I have some smelt too. And I've used them a few times, never caught a thing. But it's been a couple years since I've tried them, and I've kind of gained more knowledge on how to do it. Like you said, you use them off the bottom. Like I was, you know, it seems like when I do my ice fishing out at that particular lake that I tell you guys about, that it's like 20 to 30 foot deep, which is pretty deep. So anyhow, I catch a lot of northerns out there, but I put my minnows halfway down. Like I go and I buy, there's one gas station around here. You ask for northern suckers, they give you northern suckers, huge ones. So I go there and I get the big ones, put them halfway down the water column, and I catch some pretty nice northerns out of it. Well, the more, you know, it's been a couple years since I've been able to fish that lake ice fishing, and I've acquired a little more knowledge that I should put it down just above the weed line and stuff like that. And I'm going to try that this year. So watch for that video. I'm going to take that out, and my buddy, the one I was telling you guys about, he wants to do a lot of trapping and fishing and doing all kinds of that stuff. He has this idea where we're going to make a video on it, and he wants to call it the circle jerk. I don't know if that's the right name I'm going to call it on YouTube or anything. I don't want to get removed for calling it the circle jerk. But what we're going to do is we're going to drill holes in a circle. We're going to put out, you know, we got 3 guys out there or something. We're going to put out 9 pip-ups. That's the limit in Wisconsin, 3 per guy. So we're going to put out 9 pip-ups and then drill a hole in the circle. And we're going to put down some of those bait bombs. And he wants to call it the circle jerk anyhow. Pickled northern, yes, pickled northern is awesome. That's the only time I keep northern is for pickled northerns. And I don't even keep anything over like 30 inches. I usually don't keep. I'll usually keep like the 26 to 30 inches. Use those for pickling. Anyhow, it was a couple years ago. I kept a lot of northerns for pickling, and we had a ton of pickled northerns. I think we had several gallon-sized freezer zipper bags chunked up into little chunks, frozen just for pickled northerns. It made several gallons of pickled northern. Anyhow, I'm gonna put this stuff back. And I'm gonna grab another beer. It's probably getting pretty close to being done. I've been streaming for like an hour now. Should be pretty close. We'll give her another 10 minutes or so. Once it's done, what time is it? About 5 o'clock? No, it can't be that late. 4:36. Yep, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Wisconsin Outlook. Yeah, I told my brother we have this turkey over there at 5 o'clock anyways, but should be done here pretty soon. Once it's done, I'll cut the video off and let this video upload. You guys can rewatch it if you want to. Like I said, this isn't a how-to, but I did give some tips on here too. If you guys are looking to deep fry turkey, you're just joining us or anything like that, you're looking to deep fry turkey, watch this video back over again. Don't do everything that I'm doing, you know, like I'm in the garage. Never do it indoors, especially if it's your first time. Have you been ice fishing since the first time? No, I have not. I've not been able to get back out. I've been too busy this week because of Thanksgiving, and my wife worked Monday, Tuesday, so I had the kid. Yesterday, just trying to get stuff done around the house, you know, since she was home too, and I could get outside and do some stuff. The struggle of getting them Y bones out. That's basically why I only keep northerns for pickling. Pickling, the brine dissolves the Y bones anyhow, so you don't have to worry about it. You just leave them right in there, chop them up, put them in your brine, you're good to go. Bones will dissolve out, you never even know they're in there. You have to try butter, garlic, chili, and honey as pinch on the turkey. It is the bomb. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll be heading out tomorrow on the Wolf River, hoping for a ton of crappies and perch. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of people are catching crappies around here right now. I see people posting online, whole buckets full of crappies. Next time you make pickled northern, you should make a video. Yeah, I can. I don't have like one recipe that I've been sticking with. My mom used to have a recipe when I was a kid that she used to use, and then all of a sudden she lost the recipe. So that recipe's gone. A few years ago, I got a recipe from my buddy at work, and it's an okay recipe. It's not as good as the original one that my mom had, so I'm open to trying new pickled fish recipes anyhow. And something I want to do this past year, which again, couldn't really get out much because the suckers run from like late April anyways around here usually. First couple warm days of the year the suckers start running. I wanted to pickle some suckers because I heard those are excellent and they have a great sucker spot. Anyhow, I didn't get out there to catch some of them, so I want to pickle some of those sometime too. Maybe this year will be the year I can catch a bunch of those. My buddies was at the spot on Wednesday and caught over 20 of them in 3 hours. I think I can do even more with some tip downs out with me. Yeah, sounds like they did pretty good. This lake here, this is a tech chain that I live on anyhow, and Prairie Lake. If you guys are ever looking for a good crappie spot, come out to Prairie Lake up by Veterans Park. They got aerators up there. You just, there's It's no state secret or anything like that. You just go where everybody else is going. Park your shack next to somebody else. If you leave there without a limit, you got a problem. Anybody that knows this area or anything, they ever fish anywhere but Prairie Lake, it's beyond me why. That's excellent crappie fishing over there. I'll get out there this winter too, probably do some videos on that. Like I said, I'm not much of a pan fisherman. I normally just tip up fish because I'm always looking for the trophies, you know. And whatever I catch, I usually take to my mom and dad, let them cook it up, or let them eat it, or they just save it, and then we'll all get together and have a big fish fry anyhow. So yeah, Prairie Lake's a good spot for crappie fishing. I don't crappie fish a lot. I have a Vexilar and everything. I got all the equipment to do it. I don't like getting cold. That's my problem. Most of my fishing is either done in the camper shack that I got, or just sitting in the truck watching tip-ups. If I go with other people that want to jig though, I'll jig too. Especially if they start catching some fish, I'll get out the jig pole and try to catch some too. Like being able to jig panfish. More of a challenge. Yeah, it can be. Last year was actually my worst ice fishing year I've ever had before. I didn't get out a ton because of my main buddies that I always went fishing with. You know, it's hard for me too. I got a lot of friends, but 99% of them have off during the weekend. You know, 99% everybody probably has off during the weekend. Well, all my days off are during the week, so it's hard for me to get out fishing with anybody. And then the guys that I normally went with last year, they went to work during the winter, and they're normally laid off during the winter, so I didn't have anybody really to ice fish with last year. But this year I got a couple young boys on my ship that they're not boys, they're adults, but they wanna get out and do some ice fishing. The one kid, he is like 20. They're both about the same age. Anyhow, the one has ice fished very, very little, and the other one's from Iowa, and he's basically just jigged the last couple of years when he's lived up here. He hasn't even hardly. Last week was the first time he had ever caught a fish off a tip-up. I don't even think he ever set a tip-up before he went fishing with me last week, so it'll be fun to teach those guys what I know anyways. Yes, Wisconsin Outlook. Less people during the week. That is completely 100% true for everything. No matter if you're going grocery shopping or if you're going fishing, there's always less people. That is one reason why I love working the weekend shift and having off during the week. Less people to deal with. And right now, I go to the lake, I just park at the boat landing. Don't worry about other people coming out. I can always walk around my truck this time of year too. It's drivable, so I'll just drive out. How far are you from Minnesota? It's about 2 hours. Just moved to Colorado. I'm excited to do some ice fishing. Yeah, I think there's some good trout fishing to be had out there. Colorado. If you're going fishing Colorado, if you're going to be moving fishing Colorado, Putski Bait, they have a good YouTube channel. They sell the brine and everything. They have a good YouTube channel anyway. Catch a lot of trout out there. Some great walking lakes over there. Yep. Colorado's beautiful anyways. Good for everything out there. Good hunting too. Mostly catfishing in Carpet, Missouri. I want to do some catfishing videos this year too. That boy that I just told you about from Iowa that I work with. He's a big cat fisherman. And he wants to try catching catfish through the ice. Like I said, he's always full of ideas and stuff, so maybe we can do something like that. Just make a good YouTube video. I don't ever see anybody catfishing or ice fishing for catfish, so. I'm gonna run inside real quick and grab a meat thermometer to see how we're looking on this turkey. I'll be right back. Michelle, I know she's watching in the house. I see that she just had my live stream up. I broke your cookie sheet, by the way. I think she's done, people. She's overdone. Plus, I'm taking temperature of the oil that's still inside the skin, but here's a look at her anyhow. I'm going to dip oil all over her face. It's all done. Now I have to run back inside and get a pan quick. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back now. Turkey in there. Alright, good to go. All done. Alright. Wife comments, another reason I'm going shopping tomorrow, because I broke her cookie sheet. The raptor, flathead catfish go dormant during the winter. Channels don't though. That's the main type of catfish we got around here. I think there are some flatheads in Lake Wissota, which is the main lake to fish around here if you're fishing catfish, but like Cornell and stuff like that, they got a lot of channels down there, especially on the river if you can find a spot, do some river fishing. But yeah, a lot of channels around here anyways. Let's see, missing any comments here? I'm about to cut this thing off. Gotta get over to my brother's place and eat this turkey. That's about it. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching. If you came in here and you already left, happy Thanksgiving too to everybody. All the subscribers, means a lot. You guys are subscribed and hung out with me tonight watching. Anyhow, I hope I answered all your questions and everything like that. So we'll be doing some more videos here in the next week or so, maybe tomorrow, Saturday. I want to show you guys my tip-up boxes and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.